Mr. Ray, do you remember on October 18th when the Capitol complex was illegally occupied, breaking same laws that you have hunted down Americans for from January 6th? Are you familiar with this?
I don't recognize the picture that you're holding.
Well, because maybe your agents haven't been doing a good job into investigating the organizers that broke the law, illegally occupied this very building that we're sitting in right now, and over 300 of them were arrested. Some of them attacked police officers. I haven't seen on the news where the FBI is hunting them down with helicopters, tanks in the streets, raiding their homes with flashbangs, targeting these people, watching these people, throwing them in jail for them to stay in pre-trial in solitary confinement for years before they ever face trial. You want to know what this says? I'll tell you. This is one of the organizers' phones, and this is a chat, and it says at the top, Global Intifada. Now, while we're talking about terrorism today, are you familiar with the term Intifada?
I've certainly heard the term.
Do you know the definition?
I'm not going to try to define it, but
It means Arab uprising or jihad. Are you concerned about jihad in this country?
I am, and I have consistently testified to that effect.
Yes, but are you interested in using the FBI? You are the director of the FBI. Do you hunt down terrorists in our country? Those that would be responsible for jihad?
Absolutely, and that's why we've had jihadist-inspired terrorism at our highest national threat priority level since the day that I started as FBI director.
At this point, I don't know what we can say or do about Marjorie Taylor Greene, but what I do know is there's no stops that this woman is willing to take to embarrass herself, the people that sent her to Washington, D.C., and also her colleagues on the Republican side of the aisle.
They broke the law, came in and occupied the Cannon Office House building, interrupted Congress, interrupted hearings. Right here, Katrina Bleakley is the lead attorney for the Southern Poverty Law Center. Were you aware of this?
Congresswoman, as I said, I haven't seen the photos that you're holding up before.
Maybe, well, I posted them on my Twitter account. It's public. You know, maybe
I don't
you guys
spend a lot of time on Twitter.
Well, you know, oh, I'm sure you do, because the Department of Homeland Security, organized with other offices, has censored many Americans, including myself.
I'm not part of the Department of Homeland Security.
Right, Mr. Ray, you should be interested in investigating terrorism.
This is an absolutely disgusting way to spend the resources of this country. This is an absolutely horrible way to waste time and the monies that should be used to really investigate what's going on in this country. Talking to Chris Wray, the FBI director, we watched Marjorie Taylor Greene in this video disrespect this gentleman and also herself. First, she doesn't know that he works for the FBI and not the DHS. Secondly, she's still trying to sell Americans on this false idea that it was peaceful people that walked into the House of Representatives on January 6th. People that beat cops, people that were literally responsible for breaking windows and trying to kill Democratic elected folk, and also Mike Pence for doing what the Constitution required of him.
You go, girl. God bless you, Marjorie. In Jesus' holy name. Jesus, we trust in you. Jesus, we trust in you. As we strength upon Brandon, send forth the Holy Spirit upon him and strengthen him.
The idea that democracy means anything to these people is beyond false. We should stop at this very moment pretending that Republicans care at all about what happened on January 6th. They talk about it. They're rewriting history as we live it. January 6th was peaceful protests, but the actual peaceful protesters that were pro-Palestine that came to the Capitol that didn't threaten to kill anyone, did not threaten to kill anyone, were arrested peacefully for protesting. She wants to say they should be investigated by the FBI. It is this level of crazy that will ruin this country. And you all can pretend as long as you want that this is some level of normal. But democracy is unraveling every time this woman opened her mouth and post on her Twitter account. This is beyond the point of us laughing at Marjorie Taylor Greene. It is no longer funny. It is a threat level orange. threat level orange. And if we don't react by unelecting this person and people that see the world like her, we can no longer sit idle and criticize other nations while ours is so much in shambles when people like this is a leading voice for one of the largest parties. And we only have 2 parties in this country. This is America. This is America. But how long will it be America? I'm Mondale Robinson. Don't be a part in losing our country.